So does that mean that you think that ultimately this vote won't be successful?
Well, we won't even have a vote. So if we don't have the full 218 signatures, then we won't be able to put it on the floor for a vote. If we get it to the floor for a vote, it'll pass. And I think it'll pass with more than the 218 that it took for the discharge petition, because I don't think some people want to be on record as voting to support pedophiles, even though we know in their actions they are absolutely supporting pedophiles.
So if your instinct bears out, what happens then with this
well,
big
we have
push?
another special election that's coming up. We've got another 2 special elections coming up, one in Tennessee for a Republican seat, and maybe we'll have a miracle since Democrats have been overperforming by approximately no less than 10 points. And then we have a special election for a Democratic seat down in Houston.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you saw this today. People in the White House certainly saw this interview that the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, did with the New York Post, where he was actually talking about Jeffrey Epstein. He was had long had a house next to his in New York, and he was talking about this moment when he and his wife met Jeffrey Epstein. And this is what Howard Lutnick had to say.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. That's what his MO was, get a massage, get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume, was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Now, on that front, he suggested that the prosecutors struck an agreement with Jeffrey Epstein because he handed over videos of people getting massages at his house. Some of the people he named denied that, I should note. But I wonder the White House was kind of irritated, I think. Some people in the White House, I'll say, by that interview, because obviously this is not something they want to talk about.